I'm Corbett Wall with DB Auction, here with your feeder flash for Friday, February the 5th, brought to you in part by Zactran. Provide your calves with the BRD control they deserve. Treat them with one cost-effective dose of Zactran. Remember to observe your 35-day withdrawal period after treatment. For more information, go to Zactran.com or visit with your BI representative. Cattle were higher and beef lower on Thursday. Earlier in the week we had the opposite, but boy, the futures have been really friendly here late in the week on cattle, and it's got them kind of rebounding back up there. We're trying to get the cash back up there. Had a few fats sell in the northern plains and the Midwest on Thursday, and they were some higher, but boy, these packers are really resisting it, especially with Thursday's wholesale beef cuts down pretty sharp. We've been talking about it being up all month of January and leading into February, or all year, I guess you could say. But man, they kind of hit some resistance there middle part of this week, and then headed back down the pole. But your packers are kind of getting they're scoffing at your feedlots wanting more money for cattle. Well, we're sitting here in February. Your spot February live cattle futures are about 116.5. Yeah, they want 115 for cattle, and Northern Plains kind of caved at 114, and that was just on a few. And Nebraska wasn't quite able to get that on big swinging gate runs of them. But and the guys are wanting 180 or better, and just barely getting up to there. So I tell you what, the Packers, they just don't want to give it. But I'd say, guys, keep your heels dug in. We'll see what happens on the board. It seems like on Friday, when you're hoping for a good board day, there just happens to appear a bunch of shorts there to kind of take it down. And I think we kind of learned through GameStop and through this. The fund debacle in the stocks, how that kind of works. They lose a few 10,000s to win or save hundreds of thousands. I think maybe that's the way they do that. But let's look at the board. On Thursday, February live cattle futures up 97 cents to 116.45. April up $1.30 at 123.75. Going out from there up 12 cents to up 72. So good day on the plus side for live cattle. Feeder cattle also very good. March feeder cattle up 97 at 139.50. Getting back up there close to 140. We hated to lose that when we did. Now we're having a hard time getting our cash feeders up that high, but they're just falling a little bit back here. But that's a March contract, so we got a little bit of time to go. April up 85 cents at 142.67. Going out from there, all your feeder cattle back months are up 40 cents to up 75 cents. Fat cattle trade did have some trade, but not in the southern plains, all in the northern plains. Iowa had 11,600 head confirmed. Pretty good slug for them on Thursday, and I assume there'll be more that we didn't get rounded up. But live sales from 111 to 114, and that'd be some higher. Dress sales 178 to 181. Not so much higher on the top side of that spread, but definitely higher on the bottom side. Nebraska about 5,800 head there on Thursday, and they did not see the 114 yet, but 112 confirmed live. Not a whole lot of live sales confirmed in Nebraska, but dress sales 178 to 180, heavy on the 180. Southern Plains, they could have got the 114 if they wanted it. They wanted 115, and we had your Texas cash pool on Tuesday. That was quite a bit of time ago, and we got a lot better market than we did then. It was at 113.22. You saw online fed cattle auction there at 113.75. Yeah, the guys in the country, they want 115. And so they're kind of backing off from the 114 because they don't absolutely have to take it. Box beef cutout values, like I told you, down pretty swiftly and dropping back out of those big gains that we've seen all year so far. But choice cuts on Thursday, 234 and a quarter, down $1.03. Select 220.44, down 295 on your select cuts on Thursday afternoon. Your slaughter, you know, they've been talking about late weeks dark plants around, but it sure didn't seem to show it on your Thursday's estimated slaughter. 470,000, just 1,000 off of last week. Same point, 17,000 off of the same week a year ago. We're still looking for a big Saturday, even with fewer plants operating. Your actual slaughter information came back for the week ending January 23rd. Those dang average dressed steer carcass weights gained another pound, 926 pounds. We've got to get to whittling on these big cattle, guys. And you know, I'll tell you guys up in the Midwest, Northern Plains, if you're gonna puke some cattle, get rid of those big ones. You know, I can't tell you how inefficient they are, or you know it, guys, if you sit and think about it. You know, stop shoveling that $5.50 corn to them. It's not working. You're losing ground. Get rid of them. But that 926 pound, 1 pound larger than the previous report. But they sent out another revision. USDA is getting really good with revisions. I wish they'd put that positive information out when it's pertinent. But cranked up the slaughter to well over 500,000 for that week there, ending January 23rd. And that's just on your steers and heifers. And that's the largest January weekly fed slaughter we've seen in 10 years. So they're cranking it back up. Don't think that these packers don't need the product. They don't already have it promised, and they're moving it right out the back door. What else is going on? We got a huge blizzard coming into the Northern Plains, guys. And if you're not paying attention, don't get stuck by it. But blizzard conditions and extremely bitter cold. Tell you what, you know, I'm sure glad they haven't totally fixed this climate change, because, you know, you're looking at 30 below. You know, how much worse could we take it, you know, guys? But you know, we need these burping cows and these ethanol plants and these internal combustion engines running wide open, you know, to kind of keep us from freezing to death here in the wintertime. But blizzard conditions, bitter cold, and we're in full swing bull sale right now, guys. So if you've got a bull sale you're planning on going to up in the Northern Plains, be sure and check the schedule, because a lot of them are going to be forced to reschedule. I already talked to my friend Jim Felton there at Springdale, Montana, for the Felton Angus Ranch bull sale that was supposed to be Monday. He's got to reschedule it. You know, it's just going to get too bad there, and he was worried about people having trouble or having accidents, or, you know, trying to get to the bull sale, and he said, you know what, we'll just reschedule that thing for a week or two out whenever things kind of get back to normal. But it's just too cold to be out in it, guys. And really going to get bad. But we are in full bull sale season right now for the next 2 months, especially in Nebraska and South Dakota, places like that, Northern Plains, big ranch country. There's no need to go hungry, because you can get one of those thin ribeye steak sandwiches on a hoagie bun, you know, on just about any farm to market road. Or lane out in that part of the country, and if you go back further east and get into Iowa, you'll get a manwich meal. But still, there's no need to go hungry there, guys. There's plenty of free lunches out there if you just know where to find them. Let's talk about your feeder cattle market, your real-time index on DV auction. Late, actually Friday morning, sitting at 136.16. Down 39 cents, and that RTI is running really tight with your CME cash feeder cattle index. Even though your feeder markets have been kind of uneven this week, but your averages are running pretty tight there. How about some of your big sales on Thursday? Winter Livestock and Pratt, 3,500 head. The market reporter quoted the steers quite a bit lower and the heifers quite a bit higher, and I looked on the automated report, couldn't really argue with that. So kind of the way, but there's always some exceptions to every rule. How about some steers that sure looked high enough to me, had to have been higher than last week. 56 head of steers weighed 847 at 140.60. That's a hell of a quote there, and we are seeing 8-weight steers and the light eights getting close and going over 140 now, and that's what your futures are. But that'd be still quite a bit higher than what your index levels are sitting at right now. Farmers and Ranchers Livestock, Salina, Kansas, 2,500 head there. Called the market very uneven. In fact, called a different market on almost every single 100-pound weight range. I remember when they used to train market reporters how to report a market, and they also taught us how to be able to read those on the radio. If you had to read that Farmers and Ranchers Livestock quote the commentary section with the trend on the radio, you'd run out of time before you even got through the steer calves. How about Ogallala Livestock Auction in Ogallala, Nebraska? Be this month's market of the month for Zach Tran and Feeder Flash. 4,800 head there. Feeders steady to $3 lower. Steer calves steady to $7 higher. Pretty good market. How about some individual quotes I want to tell you about? Stockman's Livestock Exchange East, Dickinson, North Dakota. Big quote on some big steers. 60 head, 925-pound steers bring 134.10. And the best quote that I saw anywhere on Thursday, and your Zach Tran top quote for the day, come out of Billings Livestock Commission, Billings, Montana. 74 head, 508-pound steer calves bring 188.25. That's your Feeder Flash for Friday.